I thought Roaring Moon was cooked once Dusknoir showed up, but Roaring Moon EX is still seeing a lot of play and doing decently well at major events. It's got a number of online tournament wins, and for in-person play, it's been seeing some success here. So if we go back to Sacramento Regionals, number of day 2 finishes, including top 16, third place at Stuttgart in the junior division, second place at special event Bogota, and a number of day 2 top 32 finish here for Roaring Moon at Toronto Regionals. So today, we're going to go and take a look at Roaring Moon EX, some of the new updates to the deck that make it even better. I'm Jed from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's talk about Roaring Moon EX. This is a basic dark Pokemon with 230 HP. It's got 2 attacks. Calamity Storm does 100 damage, plus if you discard a stadium, you do another 120 damage. 220 damage is good. You're going to be taking out a number of basic EXs and Vs, but you're going to fall short on taking out other EX basics like a Roaring Moon or an Iron Hands or a Raging Bolt. However, you have Frenzied Gouging. Both of these attacks, 2 dark and a colorless. Frenzied Gouging just lets you knock out your opponent's Pokemon, but you are doing 200 damage to yourself, making Roaring Moon a sitting duck. So you're going to need to make sure that you've got some way of, either continuing your onslaught or just having some sort of contingency plan so that you are not putting yourself at risk of, just getting multiple KOs because of that initial damage. Now, Roaring Moon has been an aggressive deck, but it's been very linear. You just kind of attack with Roaring Moon over and over again. And it got a little better in recent time. Well, in Temporal Forces, we got the baby Roaring Moon here where we use Vengeance Fletching for 70 damage, plus this attack does 10 more damage for each ancient card in your discard pile. This isn't like an ancient box deck where you're really ramping up to one-hit KO territory, but Roaring Moon can be a great starting attacker to take out smaller Pokemon like a Ralts or a Charmander, anything like that, especially because it only needs 2 energy to power up. Much easier to get that initial poke in with Roaring Moon. One of the new cards we have, though, is Koraidon from Surging Sparks. It's got 2 purposes here. Its big attack is Unrelenting Onslaught, where it does 30 damage. Plus, if one of your ancient Pokemon did an attack on the previous turn, this attack does 150 more damage. So you are swinging for 180. That can be enough to take out support Pokemon like a Lumineon. You can knock out Rotom, and you hit that for weakness. And there's actually some really relevant weaknesses you can hit. Pretty much everything in the Miraidon deck, you can KO, and now you have a single prizer that can do that to skew the math. You can also start taking out stuff like Terapagos, which is in its own deck, while also being in like Cloth and other decks. Lots of really good targets to attack with this Koraidon. And we even have the Pecharunt here. Now, I don't use this in the video, but it does have the ability Toxic Subjugation, where as long as this Pokemon's in the active spot, you put 5 damage counters on your opponent's poison Pokemon during Pokemon checkup. This is going to be a ability that you'll use turn 1 going first. Throw the Pecharunt in, drop a quick 5 damage counters. You're not going to get an instant KO on this, but if your opponent leaves their active Pokemon in there, that's 100 damage you've done off the top, and you're knocking out either smaller basic Pokemon that got left there, or they're forced to retreat it, or you're doing 100 damage to a bigger one, which makes it a lot easier for one of your other Pokemon to KO. So lots of cool options that open up with Pecharunt, and having that mix of single prizers and multi-prizers to Roaring Moon does make this overall a more well-rounded deck. For other Pokemon in here, we've got Lumineon V, which lets you grab a supporter card from your deck, put it into your hand when you bench it. And this can grab you Sada's Vitality, Boss's Orders, whatever sort of supporter card you need during that turn. We have 2 ways of retreating. There's two kind of thoughts here. Latias EX does give basic Pokemon no retreat cost, and that's nice. But we also have the Pecharunt in here, double purpose, because you can use this to pivot a dark Pokemon in. Let's say you prize this one, you do have Pecharunt, which you can send baby Pecharunt in. But also as an attacker, this is kind of not bad. Irritated Outburst for 2 dark energy, does 60 damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. Depending on the matchup, if they've taken 4 prizes, you're swinging for 240 damage. That's enough to knock out like a Raging Bolt. And if somehow they've taken 5, this is now swinging for 300 100 damage, and you can get this rolling with one attachment and a Dark Patch. So very cool options here with the Pecharunt. Fezandipiti helps us draw 3 cards if one of our Pokemon was knocked out on the previous turn. Radiant Greninja discards an energy and then draws 2 cards. We are not running the water package in this deck like we have seen Roaring Moon in the past. I personally have I like it without the water package. It just makes it a little more consistent of a deck. Iron Bundle's really nice here. When it's on your bench, you can discard Iron Bundle and force your opponent to switch their active out with a bench Pokemon. 3 copies of Roaring Moon EX, 1 copy of Baby Roaring Moon, 1 copy of Squawkabilly, where on the first turn of the game, we can discard our hand, draw 6 cards, and then, yeah, 1 copy of the Baby Pecharunt. For trainer cards, we've got 4 copies of Ultra Ball, discard 2 cards, grab a Pokemon of our choice. In particular, try and discard energy so that you can reattach them with Dark Patch, which lets you attach a basic Dark Energy from your discard pile onto one of your bench Dark Pokemon. 2 copies of Judge, where each player shuffles their hand into their deck and draws 4 cards. I like this in scenarios where Roaring Moon can set up very quickly, and if you've got like your next turn or 2 all figured out, you can Judge, disrupt your opponent's hand, and potentially break their momentum without hurting yourself. I think Sada's Vitality is what you want to play more often than not. Lets you attach 2 energy to 1 each to a Pokemon, an ancient Pokemon, and then draw 3 cards. But if you're in a position where you're like, I'm okay for Sada right now, you can play the Judge and disrupt your opponent's hand. 4 copies of Earthen Vessel lets you discard a card and draw 2 energy cards from your deck. We've got 3 copies of Trekking Shoes, lets you look at the top card of your deck. You can keep it in your hand, or you can discard that card and draw another one. 4 copies of PokéStop lets us discard the top 3 cards of our deck, and any sort of items we grab there, we can put them in our hand. There will be times you will discard good cards that you don't want to get rid of, but we are running an item-heavy deck, making the PokéStop more fruitful. 4 copies of Sada's Vitality, which is a busted card in this deck, and we've already talked about. 2 copies of Night Stretcher. This lets you recover a basic energy or a Pokemon from your discard pile and put it back into your hand. 4 copies of Pokemon, lots of gusting in this deck. 4 copies of Pokemon Catcher. You flip a coin. If heads, you get to gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active spot. There's more of Pokemon Catcher than Boss's Orders in this deck because we really want to play Sada's Vitality more often than not. So we got the catchers for a little more gusting and picking off the right targets. 1 copy of Prime Catcher lets you switch your opponent's bench Pokemon into the active, and then we switch our bench Pokemon into the active. Between Latias and Pecharunt EX, we've got lots of ways of pivoting out if we have to move our main attacker around. But yeah, having an extra gusting option, fantastic. 1 copy of Pal Pad lets you put 2 of your supporter cards from your discard pile back into your deck, can help you get your Sada's Vitalities in so you can keep accelerating energy, or get that 1 copy of Boss's Orders back in so that you've got extra gusting. And then Nest Ball, 4 copies of that to get our basic Pokemon down. Last but not least, 9 Dark Energy. General game plan is that you want to go second, and depending on the situation, you might want to attack with Baby Roaring Moon to get an initial Pokken or potentially get that turn 1 KO on a smaller Pokemon like a Charmander, and while also building up Roaring Moon EX. You do have, after that first attack, you might want to bring in Koraidon, which can swing for 180, really solid damage on a single prize attacker, and really save your big attacks when they are at their most valuable, that Frenzied Gouging and that Calamity Storm. And yes, you are leaving yourself with a big vulnerability after you use Frenzied Gouging. So if you time it right, your opponent is not going to be able to punish you that badly in the long run. Roaring Moon's always been a deck that I've enjoyed playing. It's fast. It is a very aggressive deck. It's one of the better turbo decks in the game, and the addition of the single prize Pokemon and the extra retreat options make this a deck that is more versatile than ever. All right, let's get to these matches. Okay. We get a Koraidon start. Koraidon could be good as a second attacker, but we don't want to use it first. If we got a Rotom we can hit with this Koraidon, ooh, that's awesome. And we got the Latias down, which is fantastic. Iron Bundle could potentially get us. I'm guessing this is Dragapult or Zard. It's Zard. Okay. what is... I don't want to play this. Okay, actually Iron Bundle is good here, because I would rather take out Charmander or Pidgey than a Rotom. So we want the Latias for the free retreat, we want the Squawkabilly, and we want the Iron Bundle. And let's go get a... Hold on, let's go Trekking Shoes first. Yeah, we'll get that PokéStop. And let's go get a... I could have done this a little better. Let's go get a Roaring Moon down. And let's go and Squawk Tease. Let's go dig. Yeah, we'll take that Dark Patch. Sada's Vitality. We have turn 1 KO on whatever we want at this point. And we can actually target down, potentially. Let's go Catcher here. Hold on, how much energy is in the discard pile? It's just 1. Okay, let's PokéStop first. And see if we can get another energy in the discard pile. No. We get a... If I bench the Greninja... Hold on. Let's go... Let's get a Roaring Moon down. A second one. Actually, you know what? If we go Baby Roaring Moon right now, and that can take out... Yeah, let's go Baby Roaring Moon here. Right? That goes... And then we can go and power up the... Yeah, let's go Pokemon Catcher here. Nope. Okay. That's annoying. Let's go Sada's Vitality, and we'll power up Baby Roaring Moon here. We're going to take out one of these two. And we can go... Let's go get rid, Hyper Blower, and they'll probably give us the... They have to give us the Pidgey. Yeah. And we can hard retreat into Baby Roaring Moon here. And yeah, we can also throw in a... What do we want here? I want a Dark Patch. I don't have to... Do I have to do that right this second? Hold on. Yeah, if we get a Greninja down... Yeah, then we can Dark Patch, and then we've got multiple attackers here ready to go. Okay. We can Dark Patch onto Roaring Moon. And let's keep digging. Yeah, we'll hold on to this energy for now. Gives us some options, and we'll go swing. All right. Now, do they have the Zard or not? And if they do, we've got Frenzy Gouging on deck. And we might just out-tempo them here, even if they get the Zard rolling. And even if they get Zard and they gust up the Roaring Moon, they're still not one-hit KO. They need Zard plus a Defiance Band plus a Gust. So let's see what they end up going with here. They could Lumineon, get an Arven, Rare Candy, Forest Seal Stone. I can see that play happening right now. Good morning, JF Raptor. How you doing? And Cowface says, yeah, collector set with the single most disruptive card in the history of the Scarlet and Violet era. Looks like they're going to get Zard here. And that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, at that point, it's, yeah, we Frenzy Gouging. Now, the Dusknoir could screw this up, right? They blow up. Even the Dusclops could screw this up. If we run the Frenzy Gouging, because they can just blow up a Roaring Moon at that point. What? Only one energy? Their hand must be full of energy right now. Okay, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Or unless they're head faking us in some shape or form. What do we want? to do here. Yeah, I think we want to Frenzy Gouging the Moon. Or Frenzy Gouging with Moon. I don't think there's any point in taking out the Rotom right this second. Okay. Let's go and... I think we can afford to conceal cards first. Draw 2. We get a Night Stretcher. That's fine. We get Sada's Vitality. And... Draw 3. Pal Pad gets us... Yeah, there's 2 Sadas in there right now. I guess, yeah, we can throw... Actually, let's PokéStop first. See what we get. Dark... Ooh, Prime Catcher. Prime Catcher's good. We can use that later. Dark Patch is good. We can power up Roaring Moon right now. Man, it would have been nice to build up. Yeah, I think we just take the Frenzied Gouging KO here. And just say, bet, you're not keeping up with us. If they get this set up, then we knock this out with Frenzy Gouging. Like, okay, we'll see. We'll see. Right now, it's going to be tough for them to maintain their momentum. Not impossible, though. Not impossible. Arvin, yeah, if they go Rare Candy Forest Seal Stone, they get this other Zard set up. But then do they have... What do they do after that? And we have Prime Catcher. At that point, we could Sada's Vitality and get the Koraidon to knock out the... Let's see how they play it. Because we have an easy KO on this Rotom, potentially. I still think they can win this. Are Candylist going to stop playing after Badoo? I would not be surprised if we start seeing more middle evolutions come in as a way to counteract. Okay, let's see where they are going to go here. Yep, they get Zard. Oh, I meant to play Pal Pad. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Now, isn't it? Oh, we have Lumineon, so we can just fish out a... no, I don't necessarily want to play Lumineon right now. Okay. If they're just swinging on this, do we then go in with the... No, we have to get... We have to Frenzy Gouging the Zard. I don't want to leave this other Zard in. And if we can set up a second Roaring Moon... Okay, Dusclops. Yeah, see, this is where they blow up the Roaring Moon and they take out another thing. Yeah. But this is it. This is the play. If they're blowing up and they don't have anything around this, then that's game. Yeah, there's Sada's Vitality. And we'll just give them the Greninja at this point. And hopefully they don't have a way to gust around this and they just eat the... And they don't get anything to set up another attacker here. Like, the last thing we want to see is, like, Radzard drop. Just swing. Just swing into the Greninja. Do it. Do it, do it, do it. Just swing in. Swing it. If they don't, right? If they... Because the other potential way around this is if they don't have another copy of Boss. Like, for whatever reason, if we... Okay, Defiance Ban. Nope, they just Burning Darkness. So, yeah, we just Frenzy Gouging this Charizard, and we win the game. Oh, we could even go... You know what? Are you guys going to get mad at me if I go in with... I want the Koraidon to win this, right? Koraidon's going to hit the Rotom for weakness. No. No. Well, Here. Koraidon hits this for weakness, right? Fighting. Okay. We're going to Sada's Vitality. And I might be... I'm pretty sure we're fine here. I'm pretty... If Koraidon doesn't hit... Like, if I've screwed this up... Watch, it's not... yeah, the Onslaught hits for 360, so we take the win there. Jeez. Yeah, getting the Koraidon to take that out. And look, we didn't necessarily need to in this matchup, but Koraidon does give us a single prize option and not just into Miraidon decks. Lots of decks are still running Rotom. We are also seeing decks like the Terapagos. Having a fighting Pokemon that hits for weakness is pretty relevant, and there's not a lot of great fighting Pokemon in the game right now, so having that in our back pocket is very nice. And Roaring Moon as a deck, just having that high tempo, being able to set up really fast and hit really hard, and now you've got a wider spread of single prize attackers, and we didn't end up using the Pecharunt, but being able to soften up a target on the first turn of the game, potentially getting 2 turns of poison even, can be good as well. So Roaring Moon getting new tricks, and even against a Dusknoir deck, we still were able to get the win. GG's. Let's go Radiant Greninja in the active, and we should be able... Yeah, we can get an attack off here. Oh, no. Iron Thorns? Okay, Quad Thorns. This is kind of a run back of the World Championship match. And Iron Thorns, what's the best way about this? Because the Pecharunt doesn't work, the Greninja doesn't work. Roaring Moon does... Yeah, what is the best way around this? Oh, the Koraidon is good in this matchup. If we can manage to get anything rolling here. Okay. If we go... Do we just set up Double Moon? No, we don't set up Double Moon here. They could target down the Koraidon if we put that down now. What is... Just go Double Moon? Okay. Have I played Pocket? Yes, I've played tons of Pocket. I love that. I love that game. I should have a Pocket video up this week on... Yeah, I've recorded footage for my... What's it called? Celebi Superior, and also Scolipede Weezing. Those are the 2 decks that I've got video footage for to make videos for. Okay, yeah. Let's go. Yes, I would like Dark Patch. And, oh, hold on. Hold on. If we go and we get rid of Pokemon Catcher, and we go get these two down, and we get rid of I'm not going to be able to get all of this on the same turn, because if I can't discard, if I discard the 2 Dark Energy, I've only got 1 Dark Patch. I think we just leave it at this and we wait. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. No! Okay. If they blast us, that's, yeah, not ideal. No! Okay, it's fine. It's Squawkabilly. Who cares? Okay, they get their double turbo. They're gonna get the KO here. And we frenzied gouging, and then they need 2 turns to attach. Oh no, they might be able to get a double turbo energy. At which point, then we're potentially cooked. Okay, this is more dangerous, though, so we have to take that out. Iron Bundle could be nice for later. And I think we just Frenzied Gouging here, right? And now they need a double Turbo Energy to return KO. If they don't have it, we Frenzied Gouging again. And we are in great shape. Okay, Sada's Vitality's nice. That could potentially get us back on track, but we will see. They don't have the energy. They don't have it, so we just Gouging again. Okay. If we... Okay, yeah, this is good. This is good. This is good. All right, and we get our Latias down here. And we go and Sada. We'll just attach one to the Roaring Moon on the bench. And we get a PokéStop. I'm not going to give them that, though. And then I'm going to hold on to our hand here. We don't have to do anything crazy. And we'll just Frenzy Gouging again. And yes, we knock ourselves out in the process. But we take 4 prizes with 1 Roaring Moon. And we're in pretty good shape here. Oh yeah, we can't even pivot for free with the Latias EX, so that doesn't help. But that's fine. Right now, we are in a commanding lead. Yeah, they're not getting attached. They're not getting an attack off in 1 turn, and Roaring Moon just eats this for lunch. Oh, okay. Crushing Hammer, sure. That can slow us down a bit. They don't hit it, though. Sure. Yeah, boss up the Latias. Slow us down. Valid. And we... Okay, what can we do? I don't want to play Judge right now. I actually don't want to play PokéStop either. Let's go and get... Ooh, the Koraidon... The Koraidon's not going to be as valuable here because we don't have the consecutive turns. So let's go and get maybe the baby Roaring Moon. Just so I have like something here to poke with. Potentially. How much energy is in the discard pile? Yeah, okay. And let's look to manually retreat this Latias. Okay. And let's keep digging. Yeah, we're going to hold on to that energy. And let's just attach from hand. And we'll wait. I don't think this baby Roaring Moon's going to be in a position to one-hit KO an Iron Thorns. 70... Nope. Okay, they're just cooked. They are just cooked. We are going to attach. And we'll hard retreat into Roaring Moon, and we will Frenzy Gouging yet again. GG's. And yeah, Iron Thorns can be an obnoxious Pokemon, and they definitely shut some stuff off in our deck, including the Latias and the Pecharunt for that retreat. But tons of ways of working around that. And we were able to put ourselves in a position where Roaring Moon was able to... Yeah, 1 Roaring Moon EX was able to take out 2 Iron Thorns with double Frenzied Gouging. And yeah, we coughed up 2 prizes, but we took 4 prizes in the process. And our opponent had no way of recovering from there. GG's. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Our hand stinks. Chen Pao. Haven't seen this homie in a minute. But, there's been more people playing this online and in-person play. I think people thinking this deck is maybe not as bad in the current meta. I think Roaring Moon also feels like a deck, like the Dusk Noir stuff feels like, oh, this would be a bad time, but yeah, I think this can go either way. Chen Pao probably has the edge a little bit. Ooh, the Dunsparce? Holy Bledder, thank you so much for the follow. I hope you're doing well. Can we get the turn 1 Donk here? That would be fantastic. We get the Squawk. That's fantastic. Let's go get a Roaring Moon down. Oh, no, wrong Roaring Moon. Wrong Roaring Moon. Okay, then. I clicked wrong. Okay. Roaring Moon. Unfortunately, our hand... Yeah, we can't do anything with this. Let's go Squawk and Seize. Our hand still sucks. Koraidon is probably not helpful in this matchup, I don't think. Because 180 is just not really a relevant number. Okay. Do we PokéStop, then Sada? Sada, then... Let's PokéStop here first and see what we get. Oh, we threw out the Latias. We kind of need the Latias. And the Greninja would have been nice, too. What's more important, the Latias or the Greninja here? I think the Latias. Okay. Because we can go, and we get rid of these two. And we'll grab... just grab a second Roaring Moon at this point? Or the Fez. Maybe grab the Fez for potentially later. Okay, and let's go build up our baby Roaring Moon and regular Roaring Moon. And we can attach to this. And do we just get... I'm going to hold on to Pokemon Catcher because we could potentially snipe this out on the following turn if they don't get down a second Frigate Backs. Okay, they get their Baxcalibur. Definitely want to target this because this is almost certainly cooked. And hopefully they don't have Boss or Prime Catcher up. That would be unfortunate. 70, 80, 90, 100. We've already lost 2 Sada's Vitalities, though. 10. Yeah, we're not really doing any meaningful damage with Baby Roaring Moon right now. So if they just swing into the Iron Bundle, we are totally okay. 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 All right. The potential to knock out the Baxcalibur is still in play. It's still in play. Let's see what we can do. Flip the script. We've got a Roaring Moon here. We have Sada's Vitality. Let's go Trekking Shoes and see if we can dig something up here. Catcher, yeah, we'll hold on to that one. And there's 2 energy in. Let's go get rid of... I think we get rid of the Earthen Vessel and the Pokemon Catcher and try and get a Roaring Moon out here. Okay, we've got 1 more of those. That's good. And let's go Sada's Vitality. 1, 2. If we can find a Dark Patch. If we can find a Dark Patch. Pecharunt into your hand? No, we don't need that right now. Dark Patch. If we could find a Dark Patch. Bro. Okay, how much damage is this thing doing? So 70... 80, 90, 100, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. We are not doing enough damage here to take out anything meaningful. If we go... Do we soften up? No. We're even going to be 10 short on taking out a Baxcalibur here. No. What if we take out the Dunsparce? Yeah, we take out the Dunsparce, and then we just say bet. And then you've got no draw engine, and you're stuck with whatever you've got. Which might be amazing. Which might be amazing. Let's see what we can do. Don't get down another Frigabax, please. Okay, Fez is good. Fez is good. Yeah, just take out this baby Roaring Moon. That's what I want. And then we can maybe catcher up the Baxcalibur. If not, then we'll go after the... We'll just take out the Chenpao. Okay, how many... We've still got a bunch of Dark Patches left, which we're gonna need because we only have one more Sada's Vitality. And they've got most of the energies in the discard pile. Oh, they're gonna recover it. And hopefully they don't have a pull a Prime Catcher here and they just take out this baby Roaring Moon. And don't get another Frigabax. They get a Chenpao. Okay. Okay. Taking out the Baxcalibur is still in the mix. If we can hit heads on this catcher, we could make something happen here. And that slows them down because then we can one-hit KO the Chenpao and everything's okay after that, right? Everything's okay after that. Oh, and they bench lock themselves too. So yeah, if we can take this out, if we can take that out, and we lost our boss, so it really comes down to this catcher. Okay. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, we have Prime Catcher, so that's fantastic. Yeah, we can gust up the... Yeah, get a Sada's Vitality here too. Let's go and grab ourselves. Oh, wait, we don't have... Okay, that was a waste of a Nest Ball. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Can we get a Night Stretcher here? Or Dark Patch... Okay, Night Stretcher, Pal Pad, fantastic. Okay, let's go Pal Pad back in. Probably a Sada on a boss. I don't think we need much more than that. And if we Night Stretcher for a Roaring Moon. Right? Oh, we have to hit... Okay, no, we don't have to hit it. Let's try and hit heads on this Pokemon Catcher first. Yes, let's go. Let's go. We take out the Baxcalibur, and now they are going to be in much worse shape. And there's an argument to be made that we should have played... that we could have played Judge there instead to shorten their hand. But now they're in trouble because they need to get a Baxcalibur set up or they're doing nothing. We have a stadium in play. And let's go Calamity Storm, 220. Take that out. Now they're in big trouble. We've got another stadium for another 2-prize KO. Like right now, they are not doing anything. And arguably, do we even have to go after the Frigabax at this point? Because we go... Yeah, we should go after the... 3, 2, 1. If we go after the Frigabax, like, they're pretty shut down at that point. And yeah, we can judge their hand away. And then they're gonna be... Yeah, let's do that. Let's go after the Frigabax, and then we can figure out the rest from there. You know what? Is there... There's no, like, tertiary attacker here that we want to build up. Like, does the Cruel Arrows 100 damage one of your opponent's Pokemon? I don't think that's worth it right now. Or we could hold our hand. Like, they're not doing anything. Let's Prime Catcher here. And do we judge to... Like, I like our hand, though. Our hand gives us options, but they have a ton of cards. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna hold our hand. We'll Calamity Storm for 100. 100's gonna be enough. And then we can Calamity Storm another Chien-Pao. They'll probably do 120 damage to this Roaring Moon. That's fine. We go in with this one. We Calamity Storm. Then we can Frenzy Gouging. Like, we've got options here. And now they've got another Frigibax. That's fine. And yeah, we Judge on the following turn. And then they're going to be in big trouble. Because at that point, can they set up a Baxcalibur? Yeah, we were to get all of those cards out of the way. And how many more rare candies do they even have? I know they run art to backs though, so the rare candy doesn't mean as much. Oh, boss. Okay. Yeah, they take a 2-prize KO here. That's a bit of a problem. They can still win. They can still win. If they take that KO, they can still win. All right. What do we want? Oh, yeah, we have boss. We boss KO the Frigibax, and they should be cooked now. And do we draw the last of our cards here? Sure. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're okay. Let's go and Calamity Storm. I don't think there's a way for us to... Yeah, we should be fine. I probably didn't need to draw those cards, but we've got everything now. And I don't see how they come back. Actually, yeah, there is a way they come back. If they put a single prizer in and they get this set up, then we're in big trouble. But yeah, they have to get... Okay, do they have... All the energies in the discard pile right now. Irida... Scramble Switch! But right now, there's like no energy. And where's the energy recovery? They haven't played any yet. There it is. Okay. They're not attaching anything right now, though. Yeah, they're okay. They're going to throw it all back in. And this is going to be a massive hand that's getting shuffled back into the deck. Yeah, but where's the energy going? Like, why would you scramble switch, right? Other than, yeah, they're scramble switching just so they have a single prizer in there. They're using it just as a switch card. That is fine. Now, we have 0 cards left. Actually, yeah, we have to play PokéStop. We're actually giving them an out here, so that we could still very well lose. We very well could still lose. Let's go PokéStop here. Those are some good pieces. We don't need them right now. And we Calamity Store for 220. And we take the stadium out with it. Yes. If they get the Baxcalibur and the energy set, then we are done. But exciting match regardless. Uh-oh. Yeah, the Fezandipiti is going to make things a little easier. They're going to get 3 energy for sure. If they can't get the Baxcalibur set up, then we still win. Let's see it. Rare candy backs. Or this is done. Exciting match, though. Having that extra boss's orders, like using the Pal Pad to get the boss's orders back, could prove to be the play of the game here, taking out one extra Frigibax to slow them down. Because if they're just swinging for 120 right here, this is done. We just go in with the fresh Roaring Moon and end it. And I think that's where this is going to end. Otherwise, why are they stalling here? I mean, they might be stalling to troll us. That's absolutely a possibility. Oh, okay. They might get the backs here. Tails, tails, tails. Yes. Swing. Swing for 120. Do it. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Whew. We escape with the win. Okay, let's not screw this up. Let's not screw this up. So we get the free retreat. Not gonna belabor the point here. We'll retreat into the fresh Roaring Moon. And because we don't have a stadium out, we have to Frenzied Gouging here. But we will take the win there. Really exciting match with Chen Pao. That is a very aggressive two kind of beat stick decks going at one another. And Chen Pao definitely can do some stuff in this matchup. There's some other ways around it. And yeah, they did get some sneaky KOs here in spite of, I think, them going after the Iron Bundle was really good. And I did not foresee that. Like, I kept thinking they're going to do 120 damage. They're not knocking out a Roaring Moon. And yeah, gusting up that Iron Bundle did screw up the math for us there a little bit. Made it a lot more scary than I thought. But some of the big plays there, getting the extra boss's orders so that we had that one ready to take out that Frigibax, slowed them down for another turn, and then judging them when we did, having that giant 20 card hand, waiting for the right time to judge, ended up proving beneficial there because at that point they could not get the pieces to, and I thought they did a great job of keeping the Frigibaxes in play. I think they just needed two. If they could set up two, like leaving themselves room for a second Frigibax so that if one went down, they had the other one ready, then they wouldn't have been fighting from a deficit as long as they did. But even so, they almost got us there, and really they were, presumably they might have had the rare candy in hand in that last possession, I'm talking basketball here. If they had hit heads, maybe we lose that game, but we didn't that time. We'll take that win. GG's. There we go. That's a look at Roaring Moon EX in the Surging Sparks format. Definitely getting some upgrades here. Not sure the meta is fully for it, but the deck is still being played in tournaments and doing well. And with the margin for, I don't want to say error is not the right word. We've seen some really tight finishes. It's almost won a couple of events here and there. I do think it's maybe more of a threat than people are letting it on to be. So if you are a Roaring Moon enjoyer, or you're just starting out Pokemon TCG Live and you see Roaring Moon as one of the starting decks, you like it and you want to upgrade it, yeah, maybe give it a go with a build like this. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at @InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at @InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, like I am right now. For those watching live, hello. And yeah, if you're watching this live on Twitch, stick around. We're going to keep playing. But for our friends on YouTube, we got to get out of here. One more plug. You can find me on the website, inthirdperson.com, for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.